first thing I would do here is just draw an XY grid. Pretty simple. Doesn't have to be too big, doesn't have to be too small, just something off to the side because you don't want to have to waste too much space. And what were the rules for when I was worrying about my, excuse me, for getting my my zeros and stuff? What did I have to do? What did we do yesterday to find intercepts? Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Cover and solve. Just cover and solve. So if I put in 0 for x, I can find my y-intercept. To get your y-intercept, that means it'll be at, what is that, -4? Okay. To get my x-intercept, it'll be at 2. Yesterday, we talked about the idea of standard form, and we said that there was a way to determine slope. Do you remember that? It was rise over run, but when we had it in, when we had our equation, we had our standard form equation. Remember I said there was a shortcut to figure out slope? Do you remember what it was? Perfect. Slope was always going to be the opposite of A over B. Well, in this case, our A is 4, so the opposite of A over B, won't that give me a positive slope? So that's that little idea that you can keep in the back of your head that, hey, that's got to be the right way to do that. Okay. Does that make sense? All right. Now, this is an inequality, so it's different than a linear equation. When you have inequalities, you have to worry about solid or dotted lines. It follows the same pattern as solid or dotted, or solid or a hole when you did your number line problems. Will this one, when I connect those two dots, be solid or dotted? Solid. And why is that? Perfect. Since this is an equals, it's going to be a solid line. And there we go. Now, when you deal with inequalities, if you take it back to what we did a couple of days ago with number line, when you had a number line, let's just say x is less than or equal to 4. We'll just put it as that. We would put the 4 in the middle, I'd find 0, and I'd put some number bigger than 4 on the other side. When we did this a couple of days ago, remember we circled it. Did I fill that one in? Yeah, I filled it in because it was an equal. And to what direction are the numbers smaller than or equal to 4? Or left. So what happened here was that you had one side of the number line was true, the other side of the number line was false. You okay with that? It cuts it into two parts. True, false. What way are we covering? We're covering up the truth. We're shady individuals. We're covering the truth. All right? So you're always cutting this into what are called a half plane. Half of the graph is correct, the other half is incorrect. Half of it is true, the other half is not true, depending on what the problem is. Same thing goes for into variables. Here, you just change the plane. Instead of a singular dimension, a number line, you go to a two-dimensional plane, x and y values. So you have your grid. One half of that grid, from the demarcation line, if you will, of our graph, one half is true, other half is false. We need to figure out which is which. So like you did the other day, you just asked the question, where are numbers smaller than 4? Well, in essence, what you could do is pick this number here. Is 0 smaller than or equal to 4? True or false? True. I covered the truth. What changes here then is that you have two values to have to worry about. You have an ordered pair that you have to choose. Okay? So here, what's an ordered pair that this line did not go through, which would be really, 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 really easy to substitute in for? 0, 0. Very good. The origin. Anytime you have an inequality, a graph that does not go through the origin, you use 0, 0 for your xy values as your test point. Okay? What we're doing is we're using a test point at 0, 0. So 4 times 0 minus 2 times 0, is that smaller than or equal to 8? So is 0 smaller than or equal to 8? Yes. So that means up here is true. That's true, which makes this side false. So what side do I shade on? To the truth. Yeah, I know where you're going with that. Yeah. I always shade towards the truth. And when I shade these types of lines, I just do that. I don't have to make it all fancy schmancy and colored and all the dots and all, because like I was showing a little while ago, when we get into that section 3.4, where we're going to have objective functions and specific constraints, we're going to have multiple lines going through. So you don't want to have too much shading going on, because you want to be able to see what in the world is happening. Okay? So we're trying to make this almost minimalist. Minimalistic? Is that right? Yeah. All right. So you're trying to make it to a point where it's easier to see. And then here, you're done. Not bad, right? Have you vaguely done this once or twice before, maybe? Sure. When do you want one? Nah, it's gonna be before that. You're getting closer. I'm almost thinking, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm almost thinking we could probably get something done by Tuesday. Because this first up is quick. We probably could have gotten it for Friday, but I don't need to do it this fast. But I'm honestly thinking we'll probably be done with chapter 2. We'll be done with it by Friday without a problem. And I'll make a nice little review sheet for the weekend. We'll go over it on Monday. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm glad you brought this up. Tests, quizzes, and things like that. At all costs, I will do my absolute best to avoid anything on a Monday. You're not gonna do a darn thing over the weekend until 11 or 10 o'clock at night on Sunday. That's how it works. I know that's how it works because I've been there. I try to do my best to go for Fridays because it's nice. If not a Fridays, it's Thursday or some other. Those are usually the days we go into. Because I like to try to give that mental break on the weekend. I really do. This stuff is pretty simple. We could probably do it on a Monday, and it wouldn't hurt anybody. But we'll see how it goes on from tomorrow and Friday, because those two they're new-ish, but they shouldn't be all that tough. At worst case scenario, Monday, Tuesday at the very least. So this might be the only time that I'll have all year. Good with that? It'll be fun. You didn't know you can do that?